Un jour, dans son bateau, Christophe Colomb trouve 6 oiseaux. Chaque oiseau a 6 chapeaux. Chaque chapeau a 6 verres d'eau.
Ce test est trop difficile.
Oui, trop difficile. Écoutons la radio.
Oh, la radio! Bonne idée. Mais où est la radio?
Il faut la trouver.
Où est la radio? Où est la radio? Où est la radio?
Cherchons dans le bateau.
J'ai trouvé 6 oiseaux ici dans le grand bateau. J'ai trouvé 6 oiseaux, mais pas de radio.
J'ai trouvé 36 chapeaux qui sont sur les 6 oiseaux. J'ai trouvé 36 chapeaux, mais pas de radio.
J'ai trouvé 216 verres d'eau sur les 36 chapeaux qui sont sur les 6 oiseaux, mais pas de radio.
Où est la radio? Où est la radio? Où est la radio?
Pas dans le bateau.
Où est la radio? Où est la radio? Où est la radio? Où est la radio? Où est la radio?
Vous êtes prêts pour une autre question?
Non.
Non!
Bon, allons-y. 3e question. La chasse au trésor.
Allez, allons-y!
Attendez, où allons-nous? Attendez, attendez.
Oh oui, annonceur! Où allons-nous?
Voici le premier message.
À côté de la grande maison blanche, trouvez une enveloppe verte. À côté de la grande maison blanche, une enveloppe verte? Où est-elle?
Ouch! Oui. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah, la voilà. L'enveloppe verte. À 23 pas d'ici, au nord, trouvez une lettre sur un clou. Un clou?
Oui. Un clou.
Eh bien, le nord, c'est par là. Mais non, ça c'est l'ouest. Le nord, c'est par là.
Mais non, ça c'est le sud. Le nord, c'est par là.
Mais non, le nord, il est
Non,
par
non,
là,
non,
je le
non,
sais.
non, non,
Mais non,
regardez-moi,
moi, je le sais.
moi je
Toi,
sais,
tu as
c'est
tort.
par là.
Je le
sais
sais.
que c'est
Et le
par
nord,
là.
c'est par là. Mais non. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
16, 17, 18... Maman!
21.
I like that while I originally intended to just show these videos because of the skeleton songs and how, like, you know, Halloween, yay, skeleton, spooky, French Canadian children's programming, ooh, I rapidly have, like, descended into, okay, well, we'll watch the song and then we'll watch until the pineapple does a funny thing. And then we'll play the video game. But you know, you're learning, right? Learned what nail is in French. It's a clue. That'll be useful if you go to Quebec and need a nail for some reason. It's probably not going to come up, but I mean, it's good that you're prepared in case it does. Hey everybody, welcome to the ScreamFriends Witching Hour, and I'm Janine Hawkins, of course. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. And in case this is your first time here, for most of you it's probably not, but you never know. Every day in October we are here on StreamFriends, streaming various spooky Halloweeny games as part of ScreamFriends. We're doing at least one scary game a night. Sometimes like 2, sometimes like 3. It's really cool. And in addition to that, I've been playing Magician's Quest Mysterious Times, which is a really, really sweet magic school Animal Crossing kind of game from Konami. That is a whole series in Japan, but we only got the one, and that kind of sucks. So we're checking in every day and seeing how things are going. We are a witch named Streusel. Our school is Pumpkin Pen Magic School. We've learned a few spells. We've learned like a treasure finding spell, and yesterday we learned a cloud spell, like a cloud hammock. We're also trying to resurrect a dude who was in prison for being super evil, but he says he wants to be super nice, so I think we should probably help him out. We're helping a professor make some sort of soup. We're trying to date that little puppy prince boy. He plays the drums. At least I'm trying to date him. I know that there's strong pushback from the chat to date Eric, but I don't know. All I'm saying is one of them seems to be royalty and the other one is obsolete technology, and I'm playing the long game here. Oh, I also have an IM here from Mr. Jordan Mallory, asking if he can join. And that sounds good. Why not? I need to change my Skype ringtone so bad. Just sounds awful. Hey!
Hello!
Can you hear funky music?
I can.
Is it deafening?
No, it's very quiet.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, that's good. Sometimes it's deafening.
No, that sounds great.
You're a little... I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
Am I a little quiet?
Yeah, I can get that on my end a little, I think.
Okay, I'll get closer to my microphone also.
How's it going?
It's good?
This is your first time joining me for the Witching Hour, but not your first time watching.
Yeah, no, I've been keeping up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see yesterday, but otherwise I'm up to date.
Yesterday we got this happening.
Oh, can you screen share?
Oh, right. Share screens. I'm going to share the screen that has OBS in it because it'll be easier for you to see.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason that's easier for Skype to do. I don't understand.
Yeah,
why.
I don't get it. Let me switch that to that.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, it's also easier because I have the screen set up that will enlarge, so you're not staring half at this like big black square that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this cute bear detective outfit going on right now.
Yo, that's a pretty good bear detective outfit.
I think it was Rose, aka Honey Boy, did a really cute little fan art of our adorable outfit, and also Eric and some various characters.
Cool.
Which I retweeted last night, so you can find that on my Twitter.
Yeah, I'll go look for it.
So we've got our conservatory up here. We're gonna do a little maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna make sure our plants are doing well because we want to get the... I don't know if it's a wand or a hat that you get for taking care of a lot of plants. It's one of the two, and I want it.
Is there some way of checking your progress on that sort of thing?
I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Here we go. I think there's one in the back corner here I gotta get. Putting all the flowers in one area is like the best thing I've done in this game. Because I don't have to run around all over the place. We got this little bush here. I don't think we can water this. I think it just...
It doesn't look like you're doing too good.
It looks a little sad. It's supposed to be a cranberry bush. I don't know if that cranberry bush is going to work out so well, but...
Maybe it's just out of season.
Maybe. I mean, well, it's indoors, though, so why would it matter?
That's a good point.
Let's see here. I've also, as I mentioned yesterday, I play this a little bit in when I'm not streaming it, just to get a lot of the boring stuff out of the way so that I don't have to stream that. Because part of the reason that the streams have been like 2 hours long is because I spend a lot of time running around, grabbing mushrooms, selling the mushrooms, giving the mushrooms to the weird man in the forest. And that's really tedious. So I'm just doing that on my off hours now, catching bugs, turning them into the books. I also did a little decorating of this room. The other student rooms in this, you can have, I think, 4 students in the game, like alts. And if you don't have students there, you can use the rooms for other stuff. Or if you do have students, like if you and like your siblings are sharing this game, you can go in the room and steal stuff, which is kind of not cool. But this is going to be a bathroom. We don't really have a lot going on in here yet, except for this sink and a lot of flowers and my old broom that I can't get rid of. And it's currently a carpeted bathroom, and that's not great, but
Yeah, that seems like it would be like a moisture issue with a carpeted bathroom.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it as a giant like bath mat. Like, you know, sometimes in front of a sink or in front of the tub you'll have. I'm just imagining it's a giant one of those right now.
Well, as long as there's never a shower in there, it should probably be okay.
Yeah. Hopefully. Otherwise we're gonna have a silverfish problem. Silverfish and mold.
Gross.
Wait, that's not. Oh, we have a telegram.
Hello, kitty. The cats in this game are fantastic.
They're so cute. Aren't they the cutest?
A+ cats.
Thank you for the telegram. If you're not too busy, let's go play sometime and send me more telegrams. They're great. That's what you missed yesterday. We went on a wonderful date with Richard. It was just lovely. We got some blackberry juice, I think, at the Limelight. And we got a compatibility reading from the lady whose name I always forget, Darcy? The Kool-Aid lady? The cool lady? And she said we're not super compatible, but it could still work out. And then we went and got some noodles. And then we went up to Lover's Point and played the most romantic song known to man, Dark Castle.
Ah, yes. It is a ballad for the ages.
It is. We also finally got a bed. Finally.
Score.
And did some tidying up in here. We also got this bear record player, so now we have the bear one and that flower. I bet the audio quality is not great on those, but I don't think it matters in this game, so.
Yeah, flowers aren't usually known for having outstanding fidelity.
Nor are bear faces.
That's true. Loud, though. Bear faces can get pretty loud.
It's true. Okay. So, as part of our daily routine, we need to change our outfit 3 times. Because that's also a thing. I think that's a wand that we get out of that. I know what the wand is, and I have to keep stopping myself from spoiling it.
Ooh.
Because it's very cool. Okay. Cat shirt. Put this detective coat back on, though.
How many mysteries have you solved so far?
None. No mystery has presented itself. A mystery should be presenting itself within the next few days. And then we solve it, and then once we've solved it, something called mystery time happens, and I don't have any real idea of what that is or what that means.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's a cool thing. It sounds pretty cool. I think that skeleton in the school attic comes to life, and then something happens. We also got this candy broom yesterday. Oh, I can't ride it in the room, though. Fair enough. I also found some dentures at some point, and then a bunch of shade remains. So we have to turn these shade remains in to...
You turn those into the helpful man in the tombstone?
Yes, the man who wants to do good things with his tremendous power once we give him the bones that were removed from him and scattered across the world.
Yeah,
he's totally good for it.
Yeah, I think that he's learned a lesson by being disembodied and imprisoned inside of a tombstone and having his physical remains scattered across the world.
And really, I mean, it's not his fault that the Kingdom Hearts series came out and totally besmirched his good name of Shade. He's just a nice guy.
He's in a completely different series. He has no control over that.
Wait, that's me, though. I was using weird stuff in front of the school. Drugs. I was using drugs in front of the school. That's not true.
Magical drugs?
Do you think being expelled in magic school means something else?
Oh goodness, yeah, I bet it does.
That's scary.
I bet they remove all of your magical abilities. Like your innate magicness is probably like ripped from you in some like ceremony ritual.
Like in the Golden Compass, it's like a weird machine.
I've actually never seen that.
I read the first and second book, but not the Amber Spyglass. The Subtle Knife was weird. It was like some kid gets his fingers cut off. I don't know. Spoilers, I guess. For the Amber Spyglass, or for the Subtle Knife.
I like that lizard a lot.
You like Grimball? No.
Yeah.
I like his design. Like, I like...
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as a person, I
They
could
called bearded
take
dragons or something, or frilled some or others.
It's the dinosaur that killed Newman.
The dinosaur formerly known as the dinosaur that killed Newman.
Yeah. That's the scientific term. You can ask Ryan North. Do you see that he's writing the new Squirrel Girl series?
Man, oh god, I heard about that new Squirrel Girl series, and now I have like... It was bad enough with the new Miss Marvel, and the new Thor, and the new Batgirl, that, like, man, I don't read comics, but now I really want to start reading comics.
Reading comics is very hard and very expensive.
Yeah, I know. I've read some, but I've read more like the graphic novel type of comic. That's
how
Mouse
I
and
always
stuff like that.
That's how I always did it, was wait for the trade paperbacks to come out, because reading them as they happen is too expensive. Even Comixology, like even the digital, like the non-print stuff that exists now, is still like pricier than I can support for that often of a habit. What kind of bird is Starla?
I think, like, I recognize her as a thing I've seen, but I think I recognize her as a thing I've seen only in video games. Like, I always want to say ostrich, but maybe she's like a turkey or like a goose. But she has, I don't know if the red thing on her head is a wattle or if it's a tuft of hair. So I don't know.
We would need like, I think like 12 more polygons to be able to tell.
There's actually, there is a version of the emulator that I use that, because it's an open source emulator, P.S. I'm emulating this, but I do own a physical copy. I'll post a picture on Twitter if anyone wants to see.
The government wants to see.
The government wants to see. I'll post a picture of this with my Tomodachi Collection cartridge and my Style Savvy cartridge. But there's a version of this emulator that actually renders everything at a higher resolution. It doesn't work obviously on things with 2D art because you can't really render a flat picture. Like, that's a whole complicated process, whereas rendering a 3D model at a higher resolution is a much easier process.
You just multiply everything. It's just
exactly. Because it's not like, you know, the 2D art is based on individual pixels. That's how it's created. But when something is based on polygons, it's a lot more like...
Wait, can you go back in that room for a second? I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, that emulator runs really bad, and it sucks because everything looks so good in it.
Well, that's frustrating.
What about this room?
What? Explain this blue man to me. Because
That's Mr. Vlad. He is a vampire poop, presumably.
But what is he? Is he a, like, was he at once a human person, or like you, or is he an animal?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell by his name and his clothes that he's some kind of mummy. But like,
I think he's a vampire. I don't think he's a mummy.
You think maybe he's a vampire?
Maybe. I don't know. Or a ghost.
He's
the ghost of a man
me.
named Vlad. That's also possible.
He's got a real confusing head-neck situation.
He does. Oh, there's only one. Yeah, I know. Well, Vivian, I've seen you every day since I moved here. I've bought like 15 outfits from you. Also, I think we already took your class, man. Cloud Hammock? We already got Cloud Hammock, dude. Get someone else up here.
That guy is in some, like, Holy Order armor.
I think it's like leaves.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like weird.
Okay.
He has like a weird leaf shirt.
Oh,
and like a little.
I see that
yeah,
now.
but I think he has like purple socks or something. He's weird.
I saw that as like golden like forged metal.
Oh man, I wish. I wish Mr. Oakley had holy armor.
That makes sense with his name too, Oakley. His sunglasses are way too expensive though.
So he's offering a class that we took yesterday, which means if we... Oh, there's another bush. That's a bad place for a bush, but I need that bush to grow, so I can't pull it up. Alright, flowers. So anyway, if we wait like 15 minutes, there should be another class, because classes happen every hour and they sort of turn over. So we'll get today's class in a little bit. Until then, we can go shopping. We have so much money.
That sounds pretty good.
We now have 20k rich in the bank.
Nice.
Yeah. Saving up, you know?
It's those student loans. Just live off them. Don't worry about paying those back.
You don't have to pay them back until you're out of school, and if you never leave school, problem solved.
Yep.
Hey, Sparkles. Yeah. I mean, you still have, like... Shops don't close until midnight. Grimble has a major drawback. That's a hell of a rumor. What could it be? I can think of a lot of things, Sparkles.
Oh, there's my pizza timer. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay. I don't want that top knot wig at all. Honeyboy says, major drawback to Grimble, kind of a jerk. Lumberjack Bonanza says, drawback, he falls asleep when it gets too chilly. That's really cute, though. Oh, that's actually really sweet. This is also really cute. I'm pretty into that. Bearskin. Is that a pith helmet? Spacesuit helmet. Trendy leather shoes. I think we got a pair of black shoes the other day that are just fine. Stripy dress. That's not what it's like a nautical sweater. It's cute, but I don't know that I'm really into that. It's like a Christmas suit, wreath shirt, pullover, grown-up dress shirt. Look at this green knit thing. That is a good price. Purchased. This is always my problem in games that give me clothing options, is like... Sometimes I'm torn between a thing that's well made but I don't actually like, and a thing that's not as well made but that I do actually like. Like, this is not really my style, but I can appreciate the detail that's gone in with the buttons and the trim and the little anchor on there. Maybe I'll try it on at least. Maybe it'll catch me if I try it on. Yeah, see, I don't like that on. It looks nice on the mannequin, but I don't... No, that's okay. That's fine. Let's see what's in the flower shop today. Good point, Gwenna. That dress does not match our fantastic bear hat at all. It doesn't even come close. Oh, that's a pretty statue. What's this? Monstera. It's actually a nicer bathroom plant than we've got in there already. And it meets the less than 1,000 rule. I want that statue though. Look at that gorgeous statue. Holy shit. Goddess statue. This is gonna be expensive, isn't it? Fuck it. Only live once. You only live once, and we have like a bajillion rich right now, and we've already bought a broom. We're doing okay. We can sell those dentures. I'm sure those are worth a lot of money. Oh, let's see what the song is today. Kinda into this. It sounds like something I can't put my finger on, but kind of every song in this game does. Definitely not as cool as KK Slider. But at the same time, I don't know, I think there are a lot more songs in this game that I like than there are KK Slider songs that I like. I think there are a few KK Slider songs that I really like, but for the most part, I think what I'm most into is the album art for those songs. And yeah, there are I think 2 3DS games. I want to say, I might be wrong. There's 1 or 2 DS games in the series, and then 1 or 2 3DS games in the series. And this is just the only one that was ever localized.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
We learned a song at the Limelight.
Oh yeah? Do we know what it's called, or did we just learn the tune?
Question mark, question mark, question mark, number.
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah. That's my favorite Elvis jam. Okay, let's sell these dentures, but we're not going to sell these shade remains, because that's how we are going to make a new friend. Okay. Every time we stream this, we talk about how much of a crime it is that this is the only game in the series that was localized, and it never hurts less. Like, that pain never...
Why do you think this is the only one that got brought over?
I bet it didn't do super well.
Yeah?
I bet it did fine, but... Like Animal Crossing games do... Whoa, this broom. Animal Crossing games did fine, too, and then New Leaf was like... Well, Animal Crossing was popular, that's not really fair, but New Leaf was like a special kind of popular.
Right, I think the DS Animal Crossing entry... I think it's fair to say that one was had the least amount of pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, it was fine, but like it often felt like a supplementary thing to City Folk on the Wii, which was way cooler. Oh man, City Folk was neat. But was it? I always want to call it Wide World, but I think it was Wild World.
I think Wild World, yeah.
That one was I played that a lot on like trains when I was in university.
Yeah, wow.
But it kind of didn't. Oh, it's a bathtub.
We
need a coffee table really bad.
Yeah, you need something to go in the middle of that room.
I'm taking Devac's design advice here. I got a chair for the desk, even though it's not the best chair. It was the one that was available. That's a good, under 1,000. It's a good price point for that table. I like
now, what is this person?
Picard is a light bulb. I don't understand why he's named Picard, though. Maybe that's like a... I don't know. Who invented the light bulb? Maybe it's a reference to that. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's just
Edison?
like a fancy man name. Oh, this is a nice chair. Ooh. I really like that oriental table, but I don't like that it's called an oriental table. And it's maybe a little too dark for our room. I didn't even look at the price of that, I'm sure. Okay, $8.50, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
That's fine. Porcelain platter. Christmas clock.
You're in school. You've got unlimited money, right?
Basically. That's a nice bed, but I think our bed is nicer. Our, like, floral futon. Okay, let's see what's in the walls and floors department.
Just a heads up, I'm going to be muting myself at random intervals.
And eating
so
pizza.
Yeah, so people don't have to listen to me eat pizza.
That's fine. Restaurant floor, ice floor, candy floor, heart floor. I like that heart floor a lot. Yes, I would. That's a good price for that heart floor.
Is that a carpet or like tile?
I think it's like a carpet. Dirty walls. Ugh.
Who is it in Tomo that you made live in the like garbage room that had walls like that?
I think Not a Cat for a little while was living in like a dirty alley full of boxes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Which-
It was like the cardboard room.
Yeah, it wasn't a good room. That ice floor would be nice for the bathroom, maybe, but if I'm putting the heart floor in my room, one, it's going to clash with the flower wallpaper, but I don't even care. Two, I'll be able to take the wooden floor out of my room and put it in the bathroom and then have like a sauna bathroom, which might look weird, but...
I think a wooden floor is perfectly acceptable for a bathroom.
I think you have to be really careful with how you treat that wood, but other than that...
That heart floor is going to be good feng shui, though.
Especially if we want to get Puppy Prince dating going in a little more serious direction. Oh my god, that's really cute. I don't need a third stereo.
Are you sure?
I don't, but that's a nice one. Maybe we could put that in the conservatory.
That'd be nice.
How much money do we have?
Or you could put the plant one in the conservatory and put this one in your room.
Yeah. I think
Unless
in
you
the
would-
conservatory it would look too much like a real... I don't know. I don't know. 1,500.
You might accidentally water the plant stereo and ruin it.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm not gonna not buy that pink stereo. Even if you call it a white stereo, I know the truth. Let's see. Wine and Roses. Side effects. Corsican Betrayal.
Oh no!
And Shout Syndrome. Fuck.
Oh man, Corsican Betrayal, I think.
I need all of these. Maybe not Wine and Roses. I don't
Shout
think I have
Syndrome
enough
sounds like
for-
a song I really would have liked in high school. What if Corsican Betrayal is by the same band that did the Castle song? Dark Castle?
I
Dark
know. It could be really good. We're gonna have to come back here anyway, so I'm gonna wait, and then when we have another 1,000 whatevers, we'll come back and we'll clean that place up. That can be our wrap up. I think at 7 p.m. Eastern, Kelsey's gonna be playing some 7th Guest, which is why I had to start this a little bit earlier, just to make sure we could get our various tasks and such in. There'll be 7th Guest, and I think after that, Austin and I might be doing more Witcher, which is a whole thing. For people who have not watched those streams, we don't like that character very much. We're trying, because we know a lot of people who really like those games, but it's tricky.
Gestalt? What's his name?
Yeah, I think it's Gestalt of Renoa or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What does she need from us? She needs to make black rose thorn. She needs blackberry, blueberry. Fuck. God damn it! Those are hard to find. All our berry bushes are tapped out. Actually, we might have blueberry or blackberry in our closet. Have to take a look for that. But first, we need to get to class. Learn.
Going to night
Educate
school.
ourselves. I don't know that it's... Yeah, sure, why not? Gwyneth, please don't choke on your food. Ooh, okay. Miss Straw. It's her class. Declare love! This is good! This is good! This will help us get a boyfriend. Or girlfriend. Probably boyfriend. I don't know. I've heard mixed things. Declare love
I've got a girlfriend.
and...
It's pretty great.
I mean, I don't know if this game lets us have a girlfriend because
okay.
we're a lady. Yeah, this in addition to the fart spell were the most important, in my opinion. Like, spells we wanted to learn here.
Is it just random which one you get per class?
I think so, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So we need a red rose at Lover's Point while the bell is ringing. Every day?
Goodness gracious. It seems like a lot of work to get Senpai to notice you.
Yeah. Incantation contest, love. Dre, you can totally ask for potential relationship advice in this chat as long as you remember that at any time I could switch back to chat ghost over here, as I probably should have a while ago, and have your relationship question immortalized in a tiny ghost. When using this incantation, what is the most important thing? Thick glasses, continue to cast, or money?
Well, it's a love spell, right? So what?
Yeah, I was just gonna say stand-up comedy jokes. Man, okay. Wow, good one. Wow. I'm the best.
Are you that kid that all the other kids hate because you raise your hand first? And you're really excited about it?
You mean in real life or in Magic Bear School?
In Magic Bear School.
Yes. Every single class. Also
in
in
real
real
life,
life,
that's an admirable trait because it means you're paying attention.
Well, it doesn't always mean that. I'm not gonna ever say that, like, I'm not gonna ever introduce myself as a teacher, but I sure went to teacher's college and I sure did practice teaching and I sure met students who raised their hand when they had no idea what was going on. That's a valid strategy. Like, if you have not been paying attention and you think you can just sort of start a discussion off with a total softball and coast for the rest.
It's worth trying.
Yeah, why not? What? You're a bird. You don't have teeth? What are you talking about?
No, she's talking about her egg tooth.
Oh, God.
Which is the sharp point on the end of her beak that let her hatch herself.
Ugh.
So why don't we like Sanderson? He seems alright.
I don't know. Something about him creeps me out.
Is it that he can never look at you with both eyes at once?
Yeah. Or, like, I'm not sure if he's like an okay dude or like a dude that if I touch him I'm gonna get poison. Because he's like a weird frog. Like a bright frog. I don't know what this room is for. It's got like tapestries. Like paintings.
It's a tapestry gallery.
I guess, maybe.
Well, we learned an important spell. Sounds like it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to cast, though.
Yeah. I think it counts as an
roses from?
incantation because it requires an object. I think the ground. I mean, like, I think that's
They're
like
just
we could
around.
we could just tear up our nice little shopping area garden to make the puppy boy love us. I'm not super keen on that idea, but we'll see how it goes. I guess.
Love is about sacrifices.
I guess. Sacrificing my cool rose garden, though.
He's got a tiny crown.
We talked to Meg already, right? Oh, we haven't talked to Cherry today. I love you, Meg. Maybe.
We all knew this person in school.
I think melancholy really suits me. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick little save in case something bad happens. I don't like that this game doesn't let you save without quitting to the menu. So I have to use save states. That's kind of frustrating. Okay. So we have some blackberries in our room that I think we can sell, and then we'll get that cash money for all those amazing songs that we need
Your emergency
immediately.
reserve of blackberries stuffed under your mattress.
Yes. I don't want to dip into my savings. I'm saving those for an emergency.
Right.
I'm trying to build those up. I don't know if we're going to get the opportunity to buy a house before this sort of series is done, but if we do get that opportunity, I want to be able to pounce on it. Right, brown low table. Oh, I should have given that chair to the school, I think. Okay, and then... that's not... Maybe if I move that chair... I should put some organization music on.
You have the theme song from Family Matters?
Yeah! Here are all the
Amazing.
songs. Here are all the songs that we both own and have learned. We've got Dandelion Snow, Dark Castle, Family Matters, Love and Lonesome You, Moonlicht Nicht. I can't. I'm never gonna be able to say that. Natural Disaster, Night Garage, The Misfits, and X-Ray Invasion. And then here are the songs that we've learned but don't own, so we don't have their names. Do you have a request?
I don't think I've heard Family Matters or Love and Lonesome You, either one of those.
I think... I'll go with Love and Lonesome You. Family Matters, I think, was kind of a boring, generic thing. Was not the theme song for Family Matters.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a shame.
I mean, the license for it can't be that expensive.
You'd think. I don't have enough room for this yet.
Can you get multiple dressers?
Yeah, but they just haven't appeared in the shop yet, really. Okay. Right, there's that bathroom plant. That has to go to school. That has to go upstairs. That also probably should go upstairs. This is for our room. Adorable. So that should go in the bathroom.
The song is pretty fantastic.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sounds super familiar.
Yeah, we have some theories about what this song is. Austin swears at the beginning is ripped right from Hulk Hogan's song, Real American. I'm not 100% convinced because I think I've heard it in like a bajillion 80s songs.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you ask me to do a parody 80s song, it would probably start like this. So I don't know, but...
This is kind of every 80s song.
Yeah. And it doesn't have the best part of Real American, which is the problem for me.
Mm.
Yeah, this carpet and this wallpaper really don't match, but I really don't care. I'm into it.
It's a good look, either way, I think.
Okay, let's pop into the bathroom. Well, oh, I was gonna buy that tub, too, for the bathroom. We're going back anyways. No big deal. Okay. Pick this up. Ah, come on. Yes. This, I think. There we go. That's way more bathroomy.
It looks great.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna switch the floor too. Kind of weird, but not bad.
It's rustic.
It is. It's like a sauna or a cabin or a giant outhouse. Okay. So then up here, we're going to put the stereo so that when we're gardening we can also listen to cool jams. Maybe not right there. Whoops.
I think this was a smart investment.
Mm-hmm. I like it. If we had a toilet in that bathroom, I'd take one of these peeing kid statues and put it in front of the toilet like I did in Animal Crossing, but we don't, so it would just be a statue like peeing on the floor, and we just put that wood in, and
Yeah.
it's a disaster. I really like the statue. It's very low poly, but it's nice.
Where did that come from?
The gardening store.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
Pick that up along with that Monstera plant. I'm not sure that's what those are really called, but I don't know a lot about plants, so
I'm sure it's accurate.
probably. Okay. What do we have in our inventory right now? That has to go in storage. That has to go to school. Gotta sell this other stuff. Okay. Good, good, good. Chat seems to be giving Dre advice on how to become a manic pixie dream boy, and I have to agree with Foben's recommendation to become a cell phone. Preferably an old-fashioned and blue cell phone.
Yeah.
That
I mean, it's
should...
a lot of work, but it's effective.
The ladies just can't just can't say no to an old-fashioned blue cell phone boy. That's just a fact.
It's my favorite ZZ Top song.
At the time, it was really revolutionary.
Yeah, people had no idea what they were talking about. It was one of their worst charting singles ever.
But they believed in themselves enough to write it, and that's all that matters.
Now who's laughing?
ZZ Top, that's who. Laughing all the way to the space bank.
Just only coming down from orbit to make momentary appearances on Bones.
Oh man, isn't that so weird?
It's the weirdest thing.
It's really weird.
And he's not even a character. He plays
No,
himself.
he's just the actual dude.
Yeah. And Angela just happens to be...
Whoops.
I mean, Bone spoilers? I mean, that's like season 4 or 5 that you find that out, right?
That was right before this show kind of started really getting kind of to me, but...
Yeah, I think it's okay. But yeah, they never talk about it.
Nope.
Angela's
It's
his
just-
daughter.
He just shows up like, hey, what's up? I'm that guy from that band. I still got that beard. This
and
character is my daughter, I
guess.
guess.
Did they ever refer to him by name?
Yes. Maybe? I think they call him Dusty. Because that's... Otherwise, I don't think I would know his name. So they must have. I don't think... No. Timetable. Fuck. Quit. I don't remember if... I think the lady might be the one that I need to talk to about decor. Damn it. So that'll have to wait. Unfortunately. Until she's in the staff room, and then I'll replace the school chairs. And it'll be great.
You can give her one chair and it'll replace all the chairs?
I guess. I don't know.
Pretty good spell.
It's weird. I really like the idea of that system, but I don't like that it restricts me to things that are specifically called like class chair, school floor, etc. Like I just want cool flower wallpaper in that classroom, and then like I want everyone sitting on couches, and I want the desks replaced with steaks, like that you eat.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And the floor should be made of cookies. And that's how you make a school. Again, you know, wouldn't call myself a teacher, but I learned a lot of stuff in Teachers College, and that was one of them.
Well, yeah, arranging a classroom is like, that's a very basic thing.
Making the floor out of cookies.
Yeah, you learn that on day one, right?
That's why most schools have ovens somewhere. Really? Wait, you said you needed these first. That's not enough. Well, she'll
What
give us.
happened?
She'll give us like a 1,000 bonus for that first one. Blackberries are part of like the stock market in this game.
Yeah.
And they're often worth like hundreds of rich, but sometimes they're worth like no rich. And she said she needed these for a spell, and she's not offering a good price on them, so I'm not gonna cough up too many. I'm gonna save a lot of these just for when the blackberry market is doing a little better. I'll sell her this junk instead. I should get a bonus though, unless I'm wrong, unless the blackberries were not what she wanted. I suppose we'll find out. There we go. So she's going to give us whatever she was cooking up, but also a 1,000 rich bonus, which will make it worthwhile for giving her that.
Then we can go buy some songs, right?
I don't know what she was making.
The weird stuff that they saw you doing in front of the school?
I guess. We should also check Lover's Peak for any valuable mushrooms. Maybe the beach, because there might be, or the island, because there might be berries. Valuable berries.
Then we get to see Vacuum Cleaner Bro.
He's so weird.
I like him.
That guy's a weirdo. I don't know. Hey. Yeah. I think everyone's in love with us because of our bear hat. That's a thing that also started yesterday, was everyone having little heart heart speech bubble things when they see us, and I'm 90% sure it's the bear hat.
What's irresistible?
I mean, maybe that's the advice we should be giving Dre. Get a bear hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Or like if a hat is too obvious, or like you don't have a hat head. Because like some people, like I just have.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not a hat wearer.
Yeah, so like you could get like a Rilakuma phone case or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Just like a bear.
Or like
something to
earbuds, so they're
project.
still kind of, you can kind of see them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing, is everyone looks good in anything, you know, Rilakuma, or what's the little, like, cream-colored one called? Something adorable.
Oh, yeah, I can never remember.
No, it's not as catchy as the thing. I'm also a big fan of Gudetama, the sad egg.
Yeah, that guy's a bummer. He's cute though.
Yeah. He's had a rough time, but he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Haha. Cranberries.
So Dre, you could be a sad egg too.
Yeah.
That would be easier.
Oh, you could dress up like Yan Yan Machiko. She is another favorite. She's a new oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to catch that bug, am I?
You can do it. You can do it.
Nope. No! Aw.
Oh.
Damn it. I should have had my net ready. It's my own fault. Yan Yan Machiko's great, though. Well, it's not totally great. It's really cute, and most of the characters are cute. There's one character that is kind of transphobic, and that's not cute.
What is Yan Yan Machiko?
Yan Yan Machiko is like a cute little sheep girl with a little bonnet. And she like lives in a kind of crowded apartment, and the town's really colorful, and she goes through various. She has a lot of issues with like her body image and stuff that she addresses, or she goes through, that are kind of neat. She has a friend who's like a chipmunk who's constantly drinking soda.
I'm looking at this Google image search and it looks pretty adorable.
It's really cute. I really wish there was not a transphobic character in it.
That's unfortunate.
And I guess, like, I don't know if I've talked about this before, this series. The transphobic character is like, the transphobia in that character's portrayal is just like a completely throwaway gag that they use, not throwaway, but like a really meaningless gag that they do a lot with that character, and they otherwise treat that character really well. Like, that character isn't supposed to be like, you know, they're not a villain or a punchline, or like they're a part of the cast. They're one of Machiko's friends. I'm saying they're because I haven't watched most of these things subbed, so I don't know how they address themselves. And man, I don't know. It's frustrating.
That's weird.
It's frustrating because, like, I also, like, you know, when you like a thing that's problematic, it puts you in a weird spot of, like, can I still like this thing? Do I still like this thing?
Yeah.
Is this thing ruined, effectively? Like, even now I'm kind of making excuses for it. I have trouble talking about it because it's difficult for me to frame this conversation because I'm cis, and, like, I try really hard, but I'm still within my experiences. It's difficult for me to make certain calls about what is and isn't okay. Nah. I really want to like that show. It's really cute. Really? 70? Fuck off. God damn it. Anyway, I don't know. I want to like stuff, but sometimes stuff is bad. Sometimes stuff does bad things.
Well, here's a good thing that doesn't exist. Soltron just linked hotguysinbearhats.tumblr.com, which doesn't go anywhere.
That's not okay.
So
That should go somewhere.
So somebody wanted to take the initiative, get hot guys in bear hats .tumblr.com off the ground. You could probably get some like venture capitalist or angel funding.
Probably. Oh, that's a lot of rich, and that bathtub also wouldn't really go with that room. Like, I like the idea of having a bathtub, but...
Is there the option eventually of getting like a sauna tub?
There's probably just like a normal bathtub. Because there was a normal sink.
It's a nice elevator.
Yeah.
You ever been in an elevator with the like gate?
No, something about it scares me.
Yeah, I've never been one of those either.
I've never had the opportunity either, but I don't know that I would take it if I did.
I see them a lot on Law and Order.
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of old buildings in New York that have them.
I can see that. I'd just be scared of like getting caught in it or something. I don't know.
I'm scared of that with every elevator, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, not a big fan of elevators.
True story. You can absolutely die in an elevator by getting caught in the door.
Or just inside the elevator. Like, what if that door never opens again?
What if you get Sailor Mooned in that elevator? Then what? What if a dude with amazing hair sends a cosmic lion after you and then you get stuck in an elevator?
It happens every day.
Every day. They don't report these statistics, but...
No. Well, it's
big elevator, you know, the government's totally in their pocket.
Well, it's just it's a formula, right? Like, does the cost of paying one wrongful death by cosmic lion suit outweigh the cost of redesigning the elevators so as to prevent the intrusion of a cosmic lion?
Yes.
If A plus B equals C.
And C, of course, standing for cosmic lion.
Right.
It's C with like a little subscript L. These are still pretty... Well, we don't really need the money right now. We'll worry about those later off stream. Okay, we should... Oh wait, I have to turn those bones in to that crazy...
Yeah.
Not crazy, that like weird... I'm still really struggling to get crazy on my vocabulary, you guys. I use that word a lot. In like every situation. It's real hard. I've been trying to do that with spooky too since I found out that that was a thing. Or specifically spook. Spook is a thing. I'm still not 100% clear on what, but it's a bad thing. And that's especially hard because it's October and I think spooky is still okay. But calling someone a spook is not okay.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we're all about learning on StreamFriends and struggling really hard with your like of fun words like spooky and fun Japanese sheep cartoons that have upsetting characters.
StreamFriends is a place where it is safe to learn and grow as a person. Hey, it's our band!
It is our band. It's normal to share candy with your friend. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Oh, right. It's this gross thing. Eric's right there. You should maybe not be talking shit about how he won't eat your gross puddle chocolate. Yeah?
Buddy.
How do you put a needle in a cell phone?
He's got a big fleshy face. There's plenty of
Oh my god. Oh, he has a cookie skin on today.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, a cookie.
Oh yeah, maybe spooky's not okay, Art. I don't know. I wish I did. Wish I had I could look it up, but I'm almost scared to.
Chad is freaking out about the fact that Eric supposedly has bones of some sort.
Here we go.
It's not 100% polymer.
I got some shade remains for you, mister. There you go.
I think this guy has a trustworthy voice.
Yeah, he seems so nice. I bet he's really handsome.
Mm-hmm.
That's the laugh of a nice person.
Well, yeah, it's like in Dark Souls how you can always tell someone's trustworthy based on whether or not they laugh after they're done talking to you.
Yeah.
And this exact scenario worked out so well for all those people in The Thing That Couldn't Die. Classic 1960s family comedy.
He's probably a handsome prince, right?
Yeah. He's Richard's dad, it turns out.
Oh man. That's gonna be real awkward. Hooray!
Chloe Firebird says, maybe Eric just walks around with bones and trips and snaps them sometimes.
Maybe. I mean, I was just walking around with bones.
Hmm? Maybe everyone's trying to help Shade out.
Maybe. Maybe he's all. Maybe he's playing us. Maybe bones are like hell currency. And he's just still no mystery.
Is this where it would be?
Yeah, the first mystery would be in here. It should pop up sometime this week.
There's probably some geodudes in here, though, if you walk around long enough.
There's probably some treasure in here if I get that treasure spell out, but I don't know that I have enough room in my inventory to really...
No treasure. It's just geodudes and diglets. Maybe a dug trio.
Wish I could just skip this cave without having to go through it once first.
I know.
Fucking zoo bats.
It's
They're like the ratatas of the cave ecosystem.
It's stupid that escape rope takes you to the part of the cave that you came from.
Ah, I hate that.
Not the closest exit. I was right there. So close to being done with that stupid cave. I've been playing Pokemon again.
Yeah?
I got back into XY.
Ruby and Sapphire are coming out again soon.
Yeah, because those are coming out soon, and
I don't know. I'm not convinced I want those yet. I'm curious. I like cosplaying animals for sure, but
yeah,
I don't know.
DVAC wanted us to be able to battle and trade and stuff, because she's like beat the game and it has a bunch of really good Pokemon. And
how's your level 60 Sylveon team doing?
It's pretty good. No, I'm like 3 or 4 hours in now. 5. I just
Have you unlocked clothing yet? Clothing stores?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, good.
I made my trainer PR video. And
I love that. Oh, I need to play more of that game.
It's super fun.
It's really good.
It is extremely fun.
That's why I don't know if I can go back to Sapphire and Ruby even with the new system, like overlaid, because I think that game may have spoiled me on Pokemon's.
It feels better than, because when I was how old was I in 1998? When I was 12, and Pokemon Blue came out, that game was my entire life. Until Pokemon Gold came out. Like, I breathed that game. I knew everything about everything in that game. And then whenever Gold and Silver came out, I tried to get into it again, but, like, it was really difficult. Or I tried to continue being as into it as I was, but, like, I just didn't have the energy to learn all that information about 100 new Pokemon.
Yeah.
And, like, suddenly suddenly my prowess as a Pokemon master was in question.
Oh.
Because there were Pokemon that I hadn't caught and didn't know things about. And so I kind of fell out. And I tried to get back with Pearl and Diamond, but nothing has caught me the same way that Pokemon Y has. Also, fuck those beauty pageants in those stupid games. They're impossible to win.
I'm trying to remember how I did in those. Was that the... Which was the one where you could put clothes on them and then they would do tricks?
I want to say Diamond. But it was like required. Like you had to win a beauty pageant in order to progress. So there was like a gate that wouldn't unlock or something, and I could never do it because it was these weird automated mini game.
Well, wait, what was the DS? Okay, wait, I'm confused now. What was the DS one that was, I guess, Sapphire and Ruby?
Were those Sapphire and Ruby?
I
I
don't
thought Sapphire and
remember.
Ruby were GBA.
Oh yeah, they might be. What was the? Oh, Black and I'm thinking of Black and White. I'm thinking Black and White.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that was gonna bother me for a while if I didn't wrap my head around that. Black and White had like weird pageants that were actually super fun.
Oh, weird.
You
Yeah,
could
no, I
like
never
put
played that.
clothes on your Pokemon and like glasses and shit. I had a Stoutland that I dressed up like a little hipster boy, and that was my favorite ever. I think if it was like a revamp version, well, actually, Black and White were sort of the first ones to experiment with like the 3D perspective that that X and Y did. I think like they had some really I gotta reload the chat, I guess.
Oh no.
I think Black and White did some really cool like camera stuff, like when you're crossing bridges and things. I think that was also supposed to be set in like the Pokemon equivalent of America, so there were a lot of like big cities and stuff, and the camera did some real neat shit in those games.
Oh, D-Vac is in chat. Hi, BB.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get in on that stuff. I am gonna get in on Pokemon Art Academy.
Yes.
That is guaranteed.
Yeah. I can't draw at all. I have no visual
We'll
artistic
get
talent
ready to
whatsoever,
learn with Pokemon Art Academy for the
but I
Nintendo 3DS system.
I super want some Pokemon to teach me how to draw. That would be really great.
I really like the Art Academy games. Like, I was really skeptical, and then I got one, like, last spring or something. I got the 3DS one, and was immediately converted, because it was just, like, in the matter of, like, 3 or 4 lessons, completely changed how I draw. I'm not, like, super proud of my artistic skills, but I did some stuff in that game that I was really proud of, and happy that it taught me how to do. But those games don't do anything in terms of teaching how to draw, like, cartoon-style stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm hoping maybe Pokemon Art Academy will teach you that, but it could also be like a really dumbed down kind of copy this picture kind of thing.
Right.
If they don't teach you the actual rules of like how cuteness and cartoon kind of faces are composed and things like that, then I don't know, it will be of limited use, but maybe it'll be okay. I want it to be good.
Mr. Ghosto.
I hate this, I hate this, I hate this!
Mr. Ghoster.
I just want the treasure chest. Crap. Crap.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, I need that fart spell so bad.
He's so cute. I love that ghost.
They're pretty cute, but I don't like them. They're mean. They're super mean.
Maybe they just know how dangerous this old house is. Like, it's none of this is up to code.
You should go
So, like-
home. It's so bad here.
Yeah, so they're just helping you.
Last week, Peter fell through the stairs. You don't have health coverage. Your parents don't exist, so you're not on their plan. I don't. Maybe I do have.
OSHA
parents.
hasn't been here in years.
Oh shit!
Ugh.
No one even owns this house, so if something happens, there's no one to sue.
It's a cool globe.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. I don't know why it's all colorful like that. Maybe it's one of those ones you can get from like those Sky Mall catalogs. It's like made of semi-precious stones.
Mm-hmm. Wait, they have globes made out of semi-precious stones in Sky Mall?
Shit. Maybe not Sky Mall. Maybe I'm thinking like Coldwater Creek.
Hmm.
Or something like that. It's like the water is all like ground polished lapis lazuli, and there's like
It sounds
really
kinda,
shitty amethyst kind of mixed in there, and
It sounds kind of tacky, to be perfectly
yeah,
honest.
it's one of those just walked into that ghost. It's one of those things that you like maybe buy a mini one for like your favorite 6th grade teacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't remember who my favorite 6th grade teacher was.
I only had one 6th grade teacher, so it was a pretty... Fuck. My
Man,
6th grade teacher looked like Mr. Giles.
Oh, yeah?
And I remember when he, like, showed up, he joined, like, sort of partway through the school year, because my other teacher was going on... Well, this is faster than going home anyways. My original 6th grade teacher was going on maternity leave, and he showed up, and we were playing, like... that thing where you're in a baseball diamond, but you're rolling the ball. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Something. We were playing something like that. And me and my best friend were there, and we were, like, really into Buffy. We were really into Buffy and Xena and Sailor Moon.
Those are good shows.
And we saw him, and we were like, oh, he looks like Mr. Giles. Maybe he came because one of us is Slayer. And and the moral of the story is that kids are stupid.
Which one of you ended up being the Slayer?
I don't know. Some girl in the 5th grade class. I didn't know her name.
No, that's lame.
Yeah.
She probably didn't deserve it.
Totally. She did not at all. Let's put these berries away so they don't rot in our inventory.
Kiqueballe? People are in chat are suggesting that you might be talking about kickball.
I don't think we called it kickball.
Lumberjack Bonanza suggested it was punchball. It sounds like a really cool sport.
Mammoth bones. Decayed tooth. I was in French immersion, though, so it was probably called some French thing that I just don't remember.
Were you and Keith secretly at the same school, and you just, like, were too many years apart to have run into each other?
Probably not, but that would be a nice...
Keith is a tiny babe.
Keith is way young. He's way younger than me, and it makes me sad. Man, everyone's so young these days.
No, Keith is just younger than everybody, I think.
Ugh. Did we have some for the bathroom? I don't think we did. I think
I think you already put it in here.
Ran in here because right, the school chair has to go to the school, but I can't do that until 7. I have to do that off stream. I'll sell this crap. How about that?
Sounds
sell
good.
This crap. And...
Do you have to water these plants?
No, I think when they're indoors you don't, because you can't actually pull out your watering can indoors. So I certainly hope you don't have to water them. I don't think it was Kiqueballe. Yes, Keith is 12. I have heard that about him. He's a tiny 12-year-old baby. That was not the mushroom I wanted to pick up, but it's fine. Kelsey, I'm not super great at math, but I feel like if you and Keith are the same age right now, that's going to be true at certain points in the future as well. Right? Ooh, a weed. Should probably pull that up.
Oh yeah, get rid of that.
Kelsey is also a tiny, tiny baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good bugs in this game.
I don't like them. I don't like them at all, no. I mean, I think they're, from a technical standpoint, they're very good, but from an icky standpoint, they're not. I don't like them, they're icky.
Oh, that's why they're great. They're super bug looking.
Barf. Barf.
What's your least favorite bug?
All of them.
All bugs? There's no bug that you like?
I mean...
There's no bug that, like, if you looked down and it was crawling on your arm, you'd be like, hey, buddy.
No. Oh, God, I don't like that. Just... My rule with bugs is, like, if you stay out of sight and, like, don't touch me, cool. Carry on bugs. But if you show up and you, like, are in front of me, or you, like, touch me, or, like, are in a place where I have to look at you a lot, you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you.
Do you ever make the effort to put bugs outside instead of killing them? Do you have a rule for that, or is it just death to all bugs?
I used to. It depends on where I live. It would be a lot of trouble to put a bug outside right now. Also, like, I don't know. There's no, like, shortage of bugs. I mean, like, I probably wouldn't kill a bee because there is a shortage of bees. There's some bee well, there's not really a shortage of bees, but there's certainly bee problems in the world.
Yeah.
So I probably wouldn't I also wouldn't want to just even be near it. The last time I was in the same room as a bee, I ran away and then stood in the bathroom for like a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out the bee had actually just dropped dead on the stairs anyway, so...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The bee was coming to you for help, Janine. It was very sick.
It's like, I need someone to drive me to the bee hospital.
Oh, poor bee.
You don't even have to get in the car. It's just like a block away. Just put me in a tiny little toy car, and I'll just carry me
Put me
there.
in like a Dixie cup and carry me to the bee hospital. But it was trying to tell you that through dance and smell, and so you couldn't understand him.
Well, we're getting a lot of money for this. Oh, it's the mammoth bones. Turns out those are valuable. So are sapphires.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, it's strange. Take that money, though.
Realistic tooth monetization, though, in this game. I never really got more than like a quarter per tooth.
How much do you think... What do you think the rich to quarter exchange rate... The rich to American dollar exchange rate is?
How much are you paying per song?
1,000.
But it's like a physical disc, right?
Yeah.
1,000 rich is probably like $10.
It's like a yen exchange rate. Kind of like you just move the decimal point a couple times.
Yeah.
We can get this bath now, I think. Maybe not.
It's a funny thing about
Yeah,
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
you can buy a bath for 3,000 yen.
You can. No, for some reason, my install of Roller Coaster Tycoon is only in yen.
What?
And it refuses to be in anything else.
Did you
or at
get
least I haven't
your
tried.
did you get your Roller Coaster Tycoon download from piratebay.jp?
No, I bought it on Steam.
Oh.
I bought it on Steam, and me and DVAC play Roller Coaster Tycoon. Or now I watch DVAC play Roller Coaster Tycoon because she used to watch me play Roller Coaster Tycoon and she'd get really frustrated because I'm bad at it. But hers is in US dollars and mine is in yen, and just inexplicably.
Huh. Maybe are you playing it on a laptop that you brought with you when you were in Japan last year? Did some sort of weird
I play
thing
it on-
happen?
I mean, like, that would make sense, but no, I play it on my gaming PC, which hasn't ever gone anywhere interesting.
Huh. I don't know.
But the economies in that game is weird. You can build like a huge roller coaster for like $20,000, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah, no, that definitely doesn't seem right.
Or like 200,000 yen.
Huh.
Yeah, DVAC got hers from GOG.
Maybe materials. Does it...
Is that Mercury's tree? What is that symbol on the door there?
I think it's supposed to be a door knocker, but it does look like the Sailor Mercury symbol. There was a special kind of mushroom around here that I wanted to pick up, and at the time I didn't pick it up because I'll just get it later. But I really need that mushroom now. And I don't see it. I wonder if
Wasn't it closer to the school?
Maybe there was... No, it was like a... weird one. Maybe mushroom turnover happened. That would suck. For the creepy old man who's making mushroom stew in the forest, there are certain kinds of mushrooms that are... Actually, I think it wasn't even the one he likes most, so it's not so bad. I think it was a tuber truffle and not a pine mushroom. He's really into pine mushrooms.
Can you get a pig in this game?
What? Oh, like smell out truffles.
Yeah.
If you could, it would be a classmate, and they might not appreciate that necessarily.
Yeah, I think your friend, the motivations for your friendship would be kind of transparent. What's up, band?
No, it wasn't up here. Oh well.
Bugs Bunny is in that cauldron.
Oh my god. Oh good, there's roses in here. That helps.
Oh, that's great.
Handy.
Now we can get this soup man to fall in love with us.
Well, I don't know about that. Do I have enough room for this one? I do? Okay.
Does he say no soup for you? Is this a really complicated Seinfeld reference?
I was about to say, I think this was before that, and no, it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. This was like 10 years after that, so I no, though, probably not.
There are kids out there driving right now that have never seen Seinfeld.
Oh, God.
We're so old.
I was never super into it, but I certainly was aware of it as a thing. Also, I wish I wasn't looking at the chat when this conversation started, but I wish I had been. Because it's a topic that is close to my heart. There's a reason one of my favorite things that Jen Frank ever wrote was, I think it was called I Was a Teenage Misogynist or something. I need that mushroom you're standing on, sir. I was definitely like the kind of student in class who didn't like reading female poets. God damn it, who like talked about anything, even relating to like, quote, lady issues. That was me. I didn't have any patience for that. I was like, why don't they write about normal stuff, like all those white guys? And that attitude changed in me way too recently. Like, way too recently. I still... Yeah, I'm still real bad. That's why I get so, like, worried about when I say words like spooky or crazy, or... Because I don't want to be that person, but that person is still very much inside of me. And a lot of my, like, gut reactions to stuff. Last year when Dragon's Crown came out and we streamed some of that, I called the fairy in that slutty. And then that kind of simmered for a few minutes, and then Austin was like, I wish you hadn't said that. And I was like, yeah, I also wish that on stream. It's tough.
Yeah, but we're all making an effort, right?
Yeah.
And like...
Even talking about Yan Yan Machiko a little while ago, I was like, I know there's a bad thing here, but I don't know how to say it without saying another bad thing. This is really hard to do. I'm trying, but... We try to make this a very safe space, but people are always going to make mistakes, because we're people. It's all kind of what you do after that. When you fuck up, do you dig your heels in and say, no, you shouldn't have gotten offended, you knew what I meant, you shouldn't have gotten offended, etc., or do you say, yeah, I fucked up real bad there, I'm sorry?
Well, that's one of the things that I like about StreamFriends so much, is that this is a safe place to be wrong about something.
Yeah. And, like, we've timed people out, and we've banned some people, but normally when we ban someone, it comes after we've timed them out and, like, explained to them what the issue is with what's going on. We want, like, maybe we have banned someone for first offenses. Usually it was, like, randos coming in, being like, like Twitch randos, like they are sometimes. They're usually pretty good, though.
It is rare for a ban to take place in StreamFriends, unless it's like a link bot or...
A long time coming.
Yeah. Or if Keith gets mad at... Who was it, Tolvo?
I think that was a timeout. I don't think that...
Oh, was that a timeout? I thought he banned him for, like...
I don't know. I think Tolvo's still around. Tolvo's okay.
Yeah. Did he get some sleep? Is he okay?
I hope so. Tolvo was getting a little weird the past few days, with a lack of sleep. Getting a little concerned for Tolvo. We're gonna listen to the music before we go. We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, we gotta find out what those songs are.
I just wanted to install this bath. It goes with the decor a little, well, not the decor, but it kind of, some of it. Whoops.
When does Kelsey's thing start?
7.
Okay.
So we, she won't be really mad if I go over a couple minutes, but I would like to not do that. Especially since I already called her a little baby streamer earlier when we were talking about Keith. There we go. That's lovely. This is a nice school.
It's a spa.
for people to go to. Ooh, I can turn the water on. Can I turn this water on? No. Well, whatever.
Oh, Toval's in chat. Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
The other thing is, and this is a thing that I've told some people who watch StreamFriends who have talked to me about like why they are hesitant to start streaming themselves, because they're worried that they'll say something bad. And that's one of the things that kind of makes me feel a little better about the idea that I'm going to say bad things. Everyone's going to say bad things sometimes, because it's real important for people to see that people can make mistakes and then handle it and then learn from it. And like, as much as personally learning from that is important, seeing other people and learning that like there is a way to handle that is really important.
Yeah, and like...
And you don't see it a lot, especially when someone gets called out and then you kind of don't see the conclusion of that very often. You see the initial mistake, and then sometimes by the time the thing is resolved, you've either seen a bad conclusion because they didn't know what to do because they had never seen anyone handle something like that in a way that was okay, or, you know, it's, God, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Let's listen to Corsican Betrayal on our teddy bear. I guess we're not going to have time to propose our love to Puppy Boy, but I don't know where he is anyway, so we'll save it. We'll catch him later.
Is this Beautiful Dreamer?
I don't think so, but I say that, and yet I have totally heard Beautiful Dreamer in this game. Beautiful Dreamer played in the school's attic late at night when I was...
Oh, weird.
Messing around with music and stuff. Have a good night, JPMC1. You can always catch the archives on StreamFriends.tv. They go up the very next day. At least for this particular series. I make sure they go up the next day.
And who knows, with how your time difference works, that might be right when you wake up in the morning.
Well, I mean, usually it's like 3 p.m., but...
Well, 3 p.m. here.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, I mean, if it's late night there right now, then 3 p.m. is probably not right when they wake up, unless they're awake for like 3 hours. In which case, you should see someone about that. That's not good.
So Corsican Betrayal was not at all what I thought it was going to be.
I'm not...
Or perhaps not what I hoped it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be maybe a little more piratey or something. Maybe I was thinking of Corsair Betrayal.
No, that's about RAM. It's about getting a bad stick of RAM.
It's tricky. Okay. It's 7, but we're going to listen to these 2 songs, and then we'll be out of the way for Kelsey. I'm sorry, Kelsey. This also sounds like wrestling music.
Yeah, this is some guy in jorts is walking down to the ring right now. He's about to cut a mad promo.
It's like Sheamus or The Miz or one of those weirdos. Jasper. Is that a person? That sounds like it could be a person, but I don't know.
That was my grandpa's name.
Was your grandpa a wrestler?
Maybe. He was in the OSS, so he did all kinds of stuff we don't know about.
Oh. Yeah, that was okay. That It's no night garage or dark castle, but it's okay.
It's serviceable.
Now here's the real mystery. Side effects.
I'm gonna guess pop music.
I'm gonna guess it's just gonna be a bunch of, like, dogs barking and doors closing.
Okay. This feels like Ridge Racer.
This feels like I need to find a connection for E at this school and then get some glow sticks at the dollar store.
Mm-hmm. GVAC says Jordan's grandpa is still a wrestler. He's that buff. Jack Bonanza says I like to imagine Jordan's grandpa is Joseph Joestar. Yeah, that's all true. That's all basically correct. But like, doesn't this feel like a PlayStation 1 racing game?
Yeah, it does.
Like Ridge Racer or Initial D or whatever that fake version of Wipeout was. Like In2O. You remember that game?
No.
There were a bunch of really bad racing games on the PlayStation.
I really liked racing games, but I also dug myself into a rut in that time period with like a couple very specific racing games, and then I didn't look at any other ones ever.
Speed Racer.
What?
Speed Racer the game.
That's a different thing. Speed Racer's a different thing.
That's a racing game.
Is that the one you mean? Was that licensed?
Yeah.
And it had music like that?
No, it didn't have music like that.
Oh, okay.
I just assumed that was the PlayStation 1 racing game that you devoted yourself to for some reason.
No. We got a version, we got the Hydro Thunder version for Dreamcast, and that was good enough for me for quite some time. Let's quickly find
Nitrous Oxide. Yeah, that's the game I'm talking about. Thank you.
Oh, I feel like I've heard about that one. Let's jam with Sparkles. How about that? We'll go out on that.
I like Sparkles.
She seems to be wearing some sort of Anarchy t-shirt. Or like an upside-down Quake logo or something. It's probably not that. Oh, she's leaving. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. This is very important that you don't leave right now. Boom. Whistle. Get that Dark Castle. Don't you dare freeze right now with this Dark Castle business. So, thanks for joining us for the ScreamFriends Witching Hour, which of course is when we play Magician's Quest Mysterious Times every single day for at the very least an hour. I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. I was joined today by Jordan. Where can people find you, Jordan?
You can find me on Twitter at Jordan_Mallory, or alternatively, you can go to cheapbuttpills.com, and that'll take you right to my Twitter profile. You can find me also on YouTube at youtube.com/dumbcombos, or on Tumblr at shoujojusticewarriors.tumblr.com.
And speaking of YouTube and Tumblr, if you miss these streams live or only catch part of them because their timing is always all over the place, you can go to streamfriends.tv for the YouTube archives. They go up the day after the stream. There's also a bunch of other ScreamFriends stuff going up there. If you watch this on YouTube, you can watch us live on twitch.tv/streamfriends. And also, again, speaking of Tumblr, if you go to streamfriends.tumblr.com, there's actually a lot of really, really good Magician's Quest fan art of Streusel and her friends up there, so that's worth checking out. And, of course, stick around because Kelsey is going to be playing some 7th Guest as part of ScreamFriends right after this. So have a good night, everyone.
Bye!